today, I think we're just going to get into it. So let me pop you guys into the fort, and we will discuss what's happening today.
Right on.
So it's been a little bit for most people here. Last Redshift, the party took care of that elemental. Dex and the rest went to the mountain fort, and
Sir, there's a weird sound that's happening sometimes at the end of a sentence.
let me try exiting Discord voice and re-entering. How about now? Are you hearing it?
No, not at the moment. Okay. I'll let you know if I...
Sure. So, the party, accompanying Dex, casting a powerful spell to bind the elemental, and get it to not destroy them with the power of a sun, led him through a battlefield of salamander creatures and tiny little magma sprites that seem to have been brought forth by the elemental's hold on reality. Eventually, they were able to reach the fort, dominate the elemental, take its core that it had attached to and anchored itself to the material plane with, and destroy it, sending it back to wherever it came.
So it was basically banished?
Essentially.
Okay.
And now the fort is clear. So there was some discussion in the yard channel previously, and so I think what we'll do right now is just curtain over to Brigadier and you three discussing what to do next. Now, a couple of things that she'll be informing you of. So, in terms of time, we are basically the day after the Redshift has reached its full capacity for this shift. You expect you have a couple of days before you'll be able to go out.
Okay, maybe it's me. It's cutting off a syllable of almost every word. Let me.
That would.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm hearing you fine.
Oh, you are? Okay, that's really weird then. I'll continue talking, and you can let me know if there are problems.
Sounds like it was me.
Okay. So, right, you have probably a couple of days left stuck in the fort before you guys can go and venture out into the world again. As far as you can possibly assume, your villain, Morio, is in the same situation wherever he is before he can return to the Redshift Zone as well. And now the running assumption among the Commission is that Morio, for whatever reason, wants to get to this fort. And now that the creature that had been, air quotes, guarding it is gone, it's going to become a bit of a race. So, just going back to the conversations that were had previously, the Brigadier has become partial to the idea of striking first at Morio at his known location, the place with the teleport circle that seems to act as his base, and of course has his bedroom in it. Now, one more thing that's come up in the interim is during after the first wave, the latest first wave, as it so often happens, one of the weekly-ish ships from the Empire arrived, and it was found to be laden with the supplies needed to build a small obelisk.
Nice.
Now, this is something the Commission, the Brigadier will tell you, have been able to afford, thanks to their success so far. It won't be as big as the Veritas or the Bloom, but the fort you've all scouted out is quite small, and I think it was mostly Deck's idea to take that fort and protect only it, so that we can have at the very least a usable waypoint that we can use as a launching off spot for further expedition. Ranging. Yeah. So it would house maybe a dozen expeditionists at any given time, which should be plenty to venture out into the wider area and eventually find more land. And of course, this obelisk can eventually be powered up to have a greater range if necessary. So Dex has actually been working on putting throwing this obelisk together all week, ever since he got back, and the plan as it's come together, as these discussions have been going on, is that the Brigadier wants her aces to go handle Morio. Now she says this is a number one priority is to stop Morio from getting his hands on the mountain fort. Obviously, if you can deal with him, dead or alive, do what you need to do. But priority is to delay and hold him back. We don't want him getting to that fort again. If we can get a foothold there, we may be able to defend it from him. Oh, you're having Discord lag. Okay. Yeah, it says I'm at 18, 19. So
it's an East Coast server.
How do you check the server?
If you mouse over that eye in a circle down at the bottom where it says voice connected.
Oh yeah.
It'll give you your current ping, but it occasionally goes red about the time it cuts you off. So that's what it is.
Consider asking the server owner to switch to another region. Am I able to do that?
No, I think this is.
I think it's in the server settings.
All right, let me give it a shot.
Okay, well, don't go crazy with it. I can mostly fill in the blanks.
Let me try U.S. Central, because that'll be
equidistant to all of us.
Hopefully, it doesn't kick any of us.
Looks like it just relogged me in.
Okay, how about now? Yeah, I've that doubled my ping, but I'm only at 32 now. Is it better for you?
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, I dropped about 10 ms off mine. I'm at 80.
I mean, I'm at like 41 to 50 now.
Cool. Okay, good. Problem solved. Let me know if it happens again. I can always try moving the west as well.
Okay, so I just want to clarify on something that you said about it being a small obelisk.
Yes.
That is a matter of range, and there's nothing else, right? That small is relevant. It's just
Correct.
range. Okay.
Well, it's a little bit easier for Dex to transport, but it'll still take, a wagon and whatnot. It's not exactly handheld.
Right. Okay.
Especially
Oops, sorry.
since this time we won't have a dryad to build the skeleton. He'll have to take all the mithril bits and everything with him. Right. So that being said, Dex will take a small escort to the mountain fort. He will, as soon as the redshift clears, he'll work to put up the obelisk. They should be able to defend him from any incursions if you all can intercept Morio, if Morio decides to go that way. If you're able to interpose yourselves between his lair and the fort while you travel in that direction, that might be ideal. I'm sure you can look out for flames and burning forests on the horizon.
You know, I haven't really checked with the animal tamer in a little bit. Do we have horses?
Let's see. Animal Tamer has
Or something we can ride to increase our speed?
Animal Tamer has creatures for sale CR level divided by 4. Horses are
Well, I want to say draft horses 8th or quarter.
draft horse is 1/4.
Draft horse should increase speed by a bit.
Yeah, it would. I think it would increase you guys to 5 hex a day instead of 4.
That little?
Yeah, they go. They have a 50 speed, I think.
It's a combination of the speed, but also the fact that we don't have to stop nearly as much.
No, that's sorry. They have a 40.
Yeah, I was going to say they're actually only a 40.
Is it war horses that have 50?
Maybe.
War horses have 60. Oh. See, those are the good ones. Challenge rating 1/2. But I believe there's a travel pace.
Riding horse is 60. They're a quarter.
Wait, where's riding horse? That didn't show up. There. Riding horse. Yep, 60. Okay.
Oh, it's the elk that has a 50 speed.
Hmm.
I knew there was one of them.
Okay. They can move at a gallop if you have fresh mounts. We don't. Characters in travel pace, normal, fast, or slow pace. Short spans of time up to an hour. Many animals can move much faster. Fresh mounts, but this is very rare. Characters in wagon, carriage, land vehicles, cheese pace is normal. Waterborne. Yeah, okay. So basically, what it is I guess it's basically speed divided by 10 miles per hour is kind of how they calculate it. So average player speed is 30 feet. So they give you normal pace is 3 miles per hour, which translates to 24 miles a day. So for a riding horse, that would actually double that because they go 6 miles an hour. So that would be 8 hex in a day, which is quite a lot faster. However,
Yeah, I don't think I could afford one though.
the right is required to get riding gear installed. So we're actually still low on horses.
It sounds like our best bet then would be to go straight to the fort and then go towards Morio's place from there.
Yeah, to run interference along the way.
Yeah.
That seems like a good choice.
In fact, I would imagine if they're going to be going with the Veritas to that fort, we would probably just be better off going ahead of them rather than going with them. And
That's what I was thinking too.
yeah.
I gave him food. I gave him food and I put it in front of him. I picked him up and I put him in front of warm food.
Doesn't want warm food.
No.
Well, either he wants Snuggles, Crunchy Browns, or Outs.
He's got crunchy browns.
Yeah. This nudgy cat here. Maybe.
All right,
I know how
so-
that can.
Hey. Hey, buddy. Sorry. Anyway.
Then that sounds like the plan. If there's any preparations you all need to make, I recommend you do them quickly. You should be ready to head out as soon as the Redshift clears. Now, I did discuss with Banthers Exiath whether he'd be able to go with you, but considering Dex will also not be at Maricus, I'm not comfortable leaving us undefended.
Yeah, I agree.
So, I think I need to entrust this Moria situation to you.
Well, if he doesn't have an army of Mephits, we could probably handle him ourselves.
Right. If we catch him in the open, our odds will be better.
We can hope the blow we dealt him last time and the losses he suffered at the hands of that giant thing were enough to whittle down his forces, at least for now.
Are we one fewer than we were the last time?
I think there were 5 or 6 of
aren't
us. It was Elvis and Ambergreen were with us.
There were 5 at the initial visit.
Wait,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No.
Was there.
Elvis was there, Ambergreen was there, and Irenaeus
And
poked the
Irenaeus.
hand. Irenaeus got the poison in the hand. So yeah, it was 6 of us.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was a big group.
Yeah, that's a little worrisome in some ways, considering that only 3 of us are available to take on Morio when it took 6 of us last time.
Well,
Something
I
to
mean,
think about.
that was 6 of us against just a flame skull.
Yeah, that's
I was
why
talking
I'd like
about
to
Morio
catch them out
in
the
the
open.
field.
Oh, right. And Ambergreen was asleep for most of that.
Oh, you meant the big battle. Yes, that was also 6.
Yep.
Well, yeah, 5.
So we'll have to be creative on how we handle that fight.
Yeah. Also, if you're the sort that prepares spells, consider your spells carefully.
Yeah, I've changed Fairy Fire to Ice Knife.
Could be that, or I don't know what the rest of your spells are looking like. I wonder if having the 2 together would potentially be worthwhile.
Right.
Well,
the
you got
advantage
cut off. What
of
was the
Fairy
other
Fire
thing?
can be nice.
Oh, I was saying that it might actually be helpful to have both of those, and maybe cut out Thunderwave.
I will leave you all to your preparations, she says.
Thank you,
All
Let
right.
me know if you need
Thanks.
anything.
What would
Well,
help us?
I can do 4 tier 1 and 2 tier 2. So, if I pick up Thunderwave, I have to remove a healing spell. Right.
I see. Oh, what of Morio and his mount though? That's the other
Or
worries.
Goodberry. I could remove Goodberry. We just have to
Bring enough
buy
rations.
more rations.
Yeah. What are we gonna do about him and his mount if we come across him? Because I don't expect he's gonna be out walking on his own. Do we have any
Yeah.
means to distract it?
Is the flame skull taken out, or is that still an issue?
Oh no, it's still there. I don't think we're gonna be able to actually siege his home.
Do we
No,
have
let
any
me-
holy water? Isn't that
Uh,
one of the things that will kill a flame skull?
Well, he probably won't take it with him. He'll probably leave it at his place. So if we hit him out of his house, we should be fine.
Yeah, it's kind of his little house defender.
there is a cleric in the fort.
How are you guys for armor?
I have the basic stuff from when we started.
I don't really use armor. I
No, it's okay. You got the glowing shit.
yes.
On a scale of let's say 1 to 20, how would you rate your ability to defend yourself?
I would say 17 out of 20 blows from an average combatant would not hit.
Okay. Naia, how about yourself? Are you of thick skin?
I am of thick skin and dragon scales. I don't have much in the way of armor, just what we started with. But I feel like I have some defensible options. So I would probably give myself a,
Okay.
15
Well, I
out
know.
of 20 for being able to take a hit.
Okay. I have ways of enhancing that, and I was considering whether I should prepare them or instead prepare perhaps something that could ensnare Morio's mount.
That would be probably worthwhile. The main thing is I wouldn't want to have to fight both him and his mount at the same time.
Well, my magic generally, I'm gonna have to be right there.
Right.
I also have a snare spell.
My thinking here is that however we can do it, if there is a way that we could potentially disable one of them or separate the pair in some way, we would have a much better chance.
Agreed. What sort of thing? Do we know of a food that his mount would be so overwhelmed with that it would go towards that and ignore all orders? I have no idea.
Yeah,
Did we
my
ever figure out
charm
what that mount was?
animal friendship spells say that if the beast has a higher intelligence from 4 or above on intelligence, there's no way any of these spells will. I'm guessing that Drake is at least a 4.
I don't think you guys got a precise read on the critter.
Yeah, I don't remember it being named.
I mean, Elvis got like within whipping distance of it, so he would have gotten a pretty good look.
If he did, he never shared that with me.
Maybe he
It was
put it
a
in the report.
Big red lizard.
Big
Had
red
some horns. Had some
lizard,
claws.
horns,
Long
and
tail.
not unlike the serpents that were crawling around. No.
It was scaly like a bearded lizard more than like a snake.
Okay, so probably less of an elemental creature and more of a actual dragon-like.
Yeah, dragonkin.
I don't know if it would be easy enough to trick with a simple food of some sort. What else? Perhaps some way that we can suppress his magic. I mean, silence is definitely a thing, but unfortunately, from my best understanding, it usually stays put. Isn't the sort of thing that moves.
Right.
I would
As you
imagine.
recall,
Silence.
Ambergreen tried that last time we fought with them.
That's right.
Silence is stationary. It's
It
pretty
did work for a time.
It's like 20-foot radius, but
It would only really work if we're also able to keep him in place.
Yeah. Otherwise, we'd only get a second or so of use of it.
What sorts of supplies do we have available, perhaps from Soriana, that might help? Does she have anything that would be able to help us put it to sleep?
well, you do remember that she still has hidden, stashed away in one of the corners of her hovel, one dose remaining of that paralytic poison you had her make.
Oh, yeah.
But then the question would be, how would we be able to deliver it in a way that's potent enough to actually work for the situation? Short of coating weapons and hoping one of them has enough for it to transfer.
Yeah, she tells you the way I designed it is it works best if you ingest it, but if you did put it on a weapon, it would probably. I mean, maybe you could like dip some arrows in it and they might work after a little while. But they'd be a lot less effective and probably not last long.
Right. I'm not sure how we'd be able to convince it to eat something. Force it down its mouth some other way. I don't know. It's like it's not the strategy I would want to use, but attaching a tainted piece of meat to a shield and intentionally letting it, get close and take a bite. I wouldn't. I wouldn't recommend such a thing myself, though.
That does sound a little reckless. On the other hand, our alternative seems to be to attack them head on. So I feel
Cover
like it's
yourself
a couldn't hurt kind of way,
Can it be? Would it work if it was volatilized? If it was heated to a mist, or otherwise distributed as a mist?
I don't think so. It's got to get into the blood.
Right.
Really,
That's what I figured. Would it be possible to create a javelin that would deliver the dose when it hits?
Well, I mean, you could probably manage any sort of weapon to.
No, I mean specifically one javelin with an actual fluid reservoir that it delivers on contact.
Oh.
It doesn't have to hit as well as a normal javelin. It just needs to be able to break the skin and then deliver the dose.
Well, like a really big syringe, then I guess.
Yes.
That sounds like Smithy's job.
I wonder how quickly he'd be able to get something like that going. Of course, we'd have to use every method we have to try to ensure that it hits, because it would really probably be only one chance.
You wouldn't have to throw it, though.
No, that's true. That is true. Perhaps maybe a more of a spear or even a lance would be a better mechanism then. Probably see what Smithy can do for us. So far, that's the best thing I can think of.
Absolutely.
If it's knocked out for long enough, I wonder if we could capture the damn thing.
That's an interesting one.
You can certainly visit Smithy.
Yeah, let's go ask. It doesn't hurt.
How long, if the full dose was delivered to the bloodstream of, say, a medium, large reptilian creature, about how long would it last?
If properly delivered, it can last up to an hour, depending on the constitution of the creature affected.
If that's enough time to defeat or otherwise drive Morio off.
To a human, it can pretty easily knock one of you guys out for an hour. To something like a horse or a larger drake or something, maybe less, but probably still pretty effective.
I suppose that is also an option, just knocking Morio out.
I suppose it's a question of which one we want to have to deal with.
Right.
Maybe we make that call when we get there.
That's true, when we're first with the situation. Of course, another thing's been coming to mind. I wonder, that entity that had been raising the goblin undead, I wonder if Morio thinks we're associated with them. It'd be kind of hard to talk to him without it, resolving in a battle, but at the same time, he might think that there's a bigger threat than us that he's trying to prepare for.
I feel like it probably doesn't matter any longer.
Yeah, that might be true. Well, that's the best I can think of. We should see what Smithy can do for us.
I'm definitely down to try.
All right.
Okay, you go to him. You ask him for a poison delivery javelin. He thinks for a moment. Says, well, just a javelin then? It's a, full size, I assume, with a... Does it need to be reusable?
No. I expect it's gonna have to do what it can to deliver the entire dose in one shot. Perhaps durable enough that if it gets parried, it isn't completely broken. But other than that, no, not something that's meaning to be used multiple times.
That's a bit easier then. See what you can do there. If you just take a regular old javelin, lop the tip off, fasten in some kind of crucible that has a it has the file built into it, and then can well, you would build some kind of pump mechanism to break the seal when pressed into the target. It's like a big syringe.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd have to... You want this before the Redshift clears.
Indeed.
If it would be possible.
I'll need 5 marks for the trouble. I could probably get it done in time. It's only going to be one shot, so don't mess up. Don't miss or anything.
Well, we might not necessarily throw it. It's just, having it in that form in case.
Don't do that thing cool kids like to do with their swords either, where they stab them into the ground. It'll mess them.
No. Not this.
All right. He'll get to work then.
Sweet.
He has a couple of days to build a javelin syringe.
All right. What else? I doubt it's the sort of thing where we're going to have too much time to set up traps ahead of time.
It'll depend what we find outside.
That's
We
true.
may be able to set up some things from the outside of the house if there's nobody around.
To be fair, I'm not sure how close to the house we actually want to get, because if that flame skull gets involved, we've got a much bigger problem to deal with.
Right, I don't think the three of us can handle that.
What other things could help us with this situation, I wonder?
How much are rations costing?
What are they, like 2 silver a piece?
All right, cool. I just want to pick up
Okay,
3.
I bought 10.
Hang on, let me double check. Oh, it's there we go. It's all the way at the bottom. I'm sorry if they're 5 silver apiece. So half a mark each. So Naia, you may want to recalculate.
5 silver is what I calculated.
Oh, okay, great.
Don't think I have any marks right now, do
I think you got paid for last time.
I? I'm pretty sure I've been paying people back for the cost of that spell, because being a wizard is expensive.
That's right.
Yep. So I can't really afford much anything.
I can certainly buy rations for you if you need them, man.
I'd appreciate that.
How many do you need?
I mean, they're gonna
Get
give
3
us
from the expedition, yeah.
Yeah, remember you're supplied up to 3, and then anything else you can get from Mercutio.
I don't know, 3 more would probably be enough to be able to get us where we need to, and then we can always find stuff on the way back.
Cool.
Well, I bought 10 since I'm not doing Goodberry. How many days is it to the fort and back?
It's 2 days there, if I recall.
To the to the mountain fort, it's about 2, and then to Morio's place from there, it's another 2, 3.
Okay, that's what I was figuring.
Straight line
Okay,
to
so-
Maracus, though, it's like 3 days as well.
Alright, I think I actually want to pick up 3 more then, so I'm carrying at least 9.
Okay.
Alright, I can't think of anything else I need to prepare for, so I think now we're just waiting for folks to finish their work.
I guess, are you gonna buy a couple more for me as well, or?
Oh yeah, sure, of course, man.
Okay, thanks. Alright, so that'll be 6 purchased for me. Appreciate that.
No worries.
We've got 2 tents between us all.
All I have is a bedroll, so...
I've got a tent. Naia, do you have a tent?
Yes, I do.
Okay, we're good on that then.
Yeah, the
I am definitely
floating around there
overcumbered,
somewhere.
so I can't. If she wild shapes, does she just drop everything?
It's your choice. You can drop it, you can absorb it, or you can wear it, or some combination of those. Like, you get to decide what your gear does.
Yeah.
Okay, is that each time, each instance of that
Yep.
happening?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you've got, like, magic bracer that can somehow fit over your beast form or whatever, you could
Right.
still use it or something. At the GM's discretion, of course.
Yep. Now, there wasn't about dealing with that skull, should it come to that. As stated, there is a cleric in the fort.
There is a what?
A
Cleric.
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 Are they going to join us?
We could maybe get holy water from them.
It's more the idea that if we're dealing with both of them, we're probably just gonna want to retreat anyway.
I would concur with that.
Quite honestly, the flame skull, not really an easy way to shut down that fireball.
For sure. I wonder if maybe we oughtn't to try diplomacy if we find ourselves in that situation. He stopped to talk before.
Kinda.
Well, if we can get him blabbing, we could run. We could run more easily, is what I was thinking.
It's true. Would your magic be able to stun it if we needed to?
The way we handled it before was it blew itself up and we ran.
Oh no, it blew up a fireball on all of us, but it wasn't affected, and then, folks eventually took it down.
Yeah, we just burned it down, basically.
Okay.
I don't have any sort of stunning power. If it was a fiend, I could perhaps make it fear me.
I don't quite think it's the fiend. I think it's more of the undead variety.
Right. I was going to say, I believe it's necromancy.
I don't really have anything that will work against elementals.
So probably, if we were going to do some sort of an assault on the house, I don't know how we'd really be able to pull that off with just the three of us, honestly.
We could light it on fire.
That still wouldn't destroy that magic circle. The
Yeah,
teleport
that's true.
circle. That we really do need Van to be able to nullify its magic while we smash it up.
Right.
Our mission isn't to destroy the teleportation circle. Our mission is to keep Morio from getting to the fort.
Right. We should focus on that.
So I think the idea of using the javelin to deliver one sort of a stunning blow either to Morio or his mount, really depends on the situation. It could just be that the mount charges towards you, and it's just an easy sort of thing to do.
Right. Either target is of advantage to a.
I don't know. I still think diplomacy is potentially an option. I don't think we're necessarily going to make friends, but potentially at least find grounds for a truce.
I certainly wouldn't rule out the chance to try, but I feel like if we find ourselves in a situation where we have the advantage, we should not squander that either.
Well, certainly.
As I recall, the flame skull laughed at us. I mean, it had discourse with us for sure, but it laughed.
Right. I have no intention of fighting that flame skull.
Yeah, no, I think we should probably stay away from the house, short of if we don't see Morio by the time we get kind of within range of it, that we'd be able to stay on its relative edge, and if we do see him, leave to be able to intercept.
Right. That's exactly what I was thinking. We could just lay in wait if he is in his home.
Of course, I don't know what we would deliver. I'm not sure what it would be or how it would be able to help us. Maybe Decus has something that that would be useful for this. I wonder if we actually passed it off as that we were coming with a delivery, and we just, if we don't see Morio, we just knock on the front door and try to get the Flame Skull's attention that way. Just, make him think that, this is just a polite delivery. We have something, little gift package for an apology for last time, and it's got something in it that gives us some informational advantage somehow. Something that we can hear through whatever gift we give somehow on our side. Oh, I don't know if we would have the time for something like that.
Yeah.
I don't think we have any crystal balls in possession of the commission right now.
So it seems like staying away from the house is going to be the best bet. I have to imagine for all of the methods that come in and out of that place that it's been fortified against fire anyway.
Yeah, I meant that mostly in jest for what it's worth.
Oh man, would he be mad if he thought his methods burnt his home down? I don't think that would go over too well for them, of course. I actually don't know how much there even is to them, or if their consciousness only exists ephemerally and there is no afterlife. They're simply daemons. I guess I should probably research them a little bit better just to know that academically. But not right now. What else? All right. Maybe we should get some ball bearings. That might help make for difficult ground should the mount actually come for us. Though the mount's about
that's an interesting idea.
The only thing that it would be worthwhile for, because everything else he deals with flies.
You certainly can get these if you want.
Not very expensive, right?
I don't think so.
I think it's a gold for a bag. Maybe I'm mistaken.
Ball bearings, 1 gold piece. 2 pounds for a bag of stuff.
$1 gold for 1,000, did you say?
Yeah.
Or 2 gold for 1,000? Oh, okay.
1.
Yeah,
Weighs 2 pounds.
I'll pick up 1,000 gold. Oh, wow, if you drag them in, they get added as a weapon.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
Oh, they get added as ammo. I get it. Never mind.
That's one of those funny ones I've seen some DMs roll. Oh yeah, you don't need slingstone. Just buy 1,000 ball bearings.
Yeah, totally. It'd be hard to sling a ball bearing, I'd imagine.
Yeah, it would. I mean, it depends on how big they are.
Yeah, if they're like pinballs, you could probably pull it off just fine.
Yeah. What else could help us?
I was thinking more like double-aught buckshot. I was like, man, I don't know how you pull that one off.
Well, if you put like a cylinder or a tube on the end of a slingshot or in the cup of it.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, totally. That would work. I was gonna say you could I suppose put a bunch of ball bearings in like a sachet or something.
Yeah.
Then it'd be like slinging a beanbag.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe those. I wonder if caltrops might also be useful then. Keep it from being able to chase us as well. Actually, that might actually be useful too. Just if it ends up that we're
Getting
being
into the realm of
pursued.
pockets here.
Well, a belt can hold many pouches.
That's true. I think I'm good though. I'm carrying around a lot of.
Fair enough. I think I'm fairly well prepared myself. I can't think of anything that would give us any extra advantage here.
Yeah, same.
Huh. That's something I haven't tried yet.
What's that?
Oh, I I haven't really thought of it. It's something that I can do, but I haven't been trying to levitate it. Usually, I just reserve that for myself, the ability to raise and lower myself as I need to, especially with Badath being able to kind of tow me around, so I'm not stationary.
Yeah,
But
it's a con save, I believe.
yeah, if I do that, I can just float the damn thing in the air. Snapping at the sky. Only lasts about 10 minutes, but I mean, just to nullify it as a threat, especially if we're able.
Now, does levitate drop the thing gently when it's done, or does it simply end?
Let me double check on that. I can't remember if that was an optional. Levitate. Floats gently to the ground.
Yeah, okay. So you can immobilize them. You can't kill them.
Right, it's not a ground slam now. And it's not something where I can just cut concentration and the spell doesn't do its effect. It's still going to levitate. Fall safely.
Right.
Well, I'll have to keep that in mind as a potential option here. Well, I think I'm pretty well set for what we're attempting to do here.
Yeah, I think we're just waiting on the javelin now, right?
Yeah, I
Naia,
think so.
are you ready?
How many days before the Redshift ends, by the way, in terms of like days towards the language stuff?
Right, we can do downtime things if you guys want. You'll all have, let me see, since last time. So, the last few redshifts have been pretty long, so I'd say you guys would all have a collective 13 days that you've been able to sit down and put toward this.
Cool. I probably would have done 12 days of it, because there was one day I wanted to commit to working specifically with Badath on drills and training, being able to, with simple command, basically work various different patterns and routines. Mostly Badath being able to dive bomb something right at the moment that I'm going to attack with a firebolt, so it's distracted by an owl whooshing by its face and not noticing the firebolt going to its gut.
Understood.
So 12 days. Oh, that's pretty good.
That brings you up to
Yeah.
36 by my count.
Yeah.
And would the rest of you like to use your full 13 on language training, I assume?
That was my
Yep.
intent, yeah.
Yeah, only 24 days to go, and I've got this language figured out. Oh, did any of the side expeditions bring that seed to grandmother?
Yeah, I believe that happened a couple weeks ago. Not much word back on it thus far. She said she would take care of it, and by her reckoning, you'll hear something useful about it in the spring when she can help it move more easily.
Cool. Okay. And not that we're going that way, but was there any news on the goblin side of things?
No, nobody's been able to find that person, and there haven't been more goblin zombie sightings yet.
They got caught. They realized it might not be worth the risk.
Right. Or they're devising a new strategy for whatever it was they were trying to do.
Yeah.
So which of us is going to carry the javelin?
You're the most adept to strike with it.
Alrighty.
It's unfortunately not a small enough dose that a dagger for a similar purpose would have been the optimal delivery. Otherwise, I would have been more than happy for something like that.
Right. Well, I have to get up close anyway, so I don't have to rely on throwing.
No, that's true.
Alright, so you've got a moderately delicate javelin. Full of paralytics. And it sounds like we're ready.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yep.
Okay. Our home. Now, I think just to keep things moving along tonight, we will bypass the random encounter business, and say your this area of the Redshift zone is not suffering any particular unusual events this session. You guys will be able to make pretty good and easy time on your way to where you're. I believe that was to the mountain fort first, yes?
Correct, sir.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it takes you 2 days to get to this point. So you come up onto the fort on the morning of your third day of travel.
Okay.
Anybody who wants
Stopping
to,
to use up 2 rations.
yeah, anybody who wants to move the token can do so.
Right there.
So you guys have made it. You're about a day ahead of Dex and his escort at this point, and you arrive at the chilly but burnt, scorched, and glassed out field that surrounds the fort over here. However, you don't see much in the way of life or activity. You don't spot any of the little magma critters that Alpha's Tavern and the rest reported. And you don't see anything inside the fort. You take a peek inside.
All right. Well, we should probably start moving towards Mario's once we're convinced everything here is all right.
What kind of shape is the place in?
Surprisingly sturdy, all things considered. Like, it's really mostly just at this point it's like most of 4 walls.
Does it have a ceiling?
No.
Okay.
But those 4 walls are pretty good.
Does
they
it have
don't
a
feel
floor?
It has most of a floor. Like, it has a floor level that is the basement. But the main ground floor has always been collapsed.
So we're talking about this is the location for the smaller obelisk, right?
Yeah.
How are we going to secure this place? No
I assume we're
ceiling.
going to like rebuild it or fortify it.
I was going to say, I mean, we barely got, we don't have a ceiling. We barely have floors. We seem to have walls, kind of, sort of. I just kind of
Mostly.
looking at just how would this place be secured before we put in the obelisk?
Well, that's exactly it.
That's why we're looking for Mario. Right?
Walls is more than not walls. So that was kind of the objective with this one, is they wanted to get another foothold somewhere, but they didn't want to build it all the way up from nothing.
The general plan is cover that pit in the middle with some planks. Either like plank over the ground floor or just build some stairs or a ramp down to the basement level. That's easy enough to get to. Pop up some tents, put in the obelisk close to the center, possibly even in the pit where it's safe, easy to get down to, with like a ladder or something. Barricade up the bits of the walls that are loose. Put in some kind of gate mechanism when possible. Get some scaffolding up to the upper sections of the walls. Whatever floors might still be standing up there, and station archers if needed in those, or watchmen. It's doable. It'll take definitely like a solid month or 2 of work to get into a serviceable state, but
Okay.
yeah, like Mont'larin and Nimbus said, it's a lot better than building from nothing like they did Maricus, and that took them half a year to get on their feet at all.
Yeah, this will definitely shortcut that here.
Okay, thank you.
Oh yeah, is that scary skull thing still there?
There is a chamber that is disliked by many. Yes.
Yeah, I'd heard stories about it.
Would you like to investigate the spooky skull?
Yeah, I'll take a minute.
All right. So you remembering what the others have told you about the spooky skull and how various people and creatures did not want to go near this spooky skull, decide to give it a try. You don't have any special paladin abilities related to this sort of thing, do you? That's like level 5, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't have. Yep, I don't even have a racial for anything like that. I do have
Okay.
a one for charm though.
Yeah, I don't think it's quite the same thing. Why don't you make a wisdom saving throw?
Alrighty.
Well, that was with advantage, but your first
Nice
roll
throw.
was a 20, and the other one was an
Wow.
18. So hey,
Let me just uncheck advantage there.
yeah. So you walk into this corner room, unsure of what the big deal is. You spot a tiny you would call it a skull. It's like the size of a rat's skull, although it looks kind of like a human's.
Oh, okay.
You don't notice anything odd about it. Pick it up. You actually notice it has some runes engraved kind of across the top of it.
How does it smell?
Not like any of those.
Interesting. Do I recognize the language of the runes?
You can make an Arcana check.
I'm a little dubious about that.
They're definitely magic shit, but you're not sure of what sort.
Okay. In that case, it doesn't like seem ominous or weird to me in any way.
No, it's just a weird magic engraved tiny skull.
Okay. In that case, Nimbus. Let me walk over to you and show you this. What do you make of this?
What's the roll?
Nimbus, you see Mont'larin holding a very tiny skull.
You
It
said
has
there's
runes on the head.
something written on it, huh?
Roughly,
Let's
roughly
see.
human shaped.
Well, it's not in primordial, is it?
It's not in a language you recognize. No, you can definitely do an Arcana check though if you want to figure stuff out.
See if I can figure out more of the pattern of it than anything.
The pattern lends itself to the evocation of magic.
Any inkling of what kind of magic?
Well, it's not necromantic, nor holy, nor fiendish, as far as I can tell.
That's weird. Is this the thing that they kept saying was the skull that was scaring them?
I think maybe it's the only thing I could find in that chamber.
But you were able to walk up to it with no problem. And you're
Indeed.
showing it to me with no problem. I wonder if it's run out of charges, perhaps.
Ah, interesting.
Or if it has to recharge. If it's like a one-time... I remember them describing something about it having a trap that it would lead a frightened person into, if I'm not mistaken. So, it might be...
Keep it on your person. If you have nightmares for the rest of the trip, then you'll know it's recharged.
Actually, jokes aside, I was going to say that I wanted to empty my coin pouch into my backpack and stick the skull in my coin pouch.
Okay, sure.
Try to figure it out later.
Yep, or taunt Alistabber with it.
Do we have any reason to think that the language that things are written in might be Druidic?
If you take a look at it, it's definitely not.
I guess,
Well,
can
what
I...
I'm looking at is, the three of us have been training each other in languages, so they could look at it as well.
Oh, that's right.
They might have an inkling.
Could we at least identify what type of runes they are? Like, what language they could be based on the runes? Were they, like, Dwarven or Elvish, or...
Or like what language group? More vague.
They are arcane. That is...
Okay, well that's probably not anything that Naia would know, because all of her stuff comes out of nature, medicine, wisdom.
Yeah, symbols, not letters.
Right.
Right. Well, I'll show it to Decus later.
And Alvastabber, don't forget.
Oh, I won't forget that.
Alright, well, if there was any magic to it, it seems that you managed to dispel it or resist it, so it'll be one less thing for them to worry about when they get here.
Perhaps I'll affix it to my shield.
That's an idea. I had thought of maybe putting it around a string as an amulet, but seems a little too grim for your general appearance.
Definitely not my aesthetic.
And we're off?
Indeed. Unless anybody has anything else they want to do.
I'm ready.
No, I think we're good to go. One of the things I had been worried about is that the ground would have collapsed out underneath us from the those fire snakes digging around underneath, but it seems like that wasn't enough to cause an issue here, so this place seems pretty sturdy.
Alright, from here on out, we should start looking more intently for signs of Morio along the way.
Certainly.
Got it. Okay. Well, from here we can go 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what, a day and a half?
Yeah. That was an additional 2 days. So, here is where you would be ending your second day. So, 4th day total travel.
Okie dokie.
Now, there is one thing before that, though. At afternoon, you guys are making your way along.
That didn't work.
Can you all make perception?
What?
Can you all make perception checks? And while you do that, I've got to get up for just.
I'm
one
sorry,
second.
you're getting cut off. What did you say?
Oh no.
It was a perception check.
Yes, please do. And let me quit and reopen Discord, and I'll be right back.
Wow, I hope I keep rolling like this.
Okay, so are we making a wisdom check?
Perception.
A perception check? Okay.
Okay. Mont'larin,
Yes, sir.
you spot a trio of smoke methods dart into a tree line nearby.
Oh, okay. I'll motion everybody low and point it out. We got company.
Probably scouts.
You think they saw you.
All right, how do you guys want to handle this?
We should probably take them out before they can raise an alarm.
I agree.
Well, does Mont'larin not have a token? There he is.
I guess we pick them off one at a time if we can. I wish I had a cantrip that did something with cold, but I don't, so.
Everybody have your stats on your tokens? Can you all see?
Yep. I can see.
Yep.
Very good. Now, here's the way this tree line will work. It's difficult terrain, counts as cover, and that's about it.
Okay.
And they zipped through the trees, so you're not quite sure where they are right now.
Got it.
But we can certainly roll initiative. Let's do that.
Nope. I apparently jinxed myself.
Okay, Naia. You're up first.
Okay, so what am I actually targeting? I don't see a mob.
Yeah, there's somewhere in those trees we don't know where.
Mont'larin pointed out that a trio of methods zipped into the tree line right around here.
Okay, and is that squiggly thing in front of us a rock?
Yes.
Okay. She's just gonna move.
All right.
There's my move.
Nimbus and Mont'larin, you can do whatever you want.
They eat fire, right? I could lure them out.
Smoke.
This tree right here. I'm gonna hit it with a firebolt.
Okay.
Move up to here.
Mont'larin, that's your move.
Yeah.
So do you want me to click the firebolt?
Yeah, that'd be handy.
Okay.
Nice. There's no way that tree is dodging that.
Yeah.
I want to see a tree dodge anyway.
You manage to catch a few of the branches aflame, and the tree starts to smolder.
Do the Does it look like anything's moving towards it?
No. And it's now that you hear a kind of from your northwest, you hear a crescendoing chant.
So is that lunch was just delivered or something?
It's not. It's not a like real set of words in primordial.
Okay.
And Naia, it's your turn. It sounds like gibberish to you, Naia.
Can I at least get like some inflection from it? Like, is it celebratory? Is it cautionary?
It is droning.
Magic-y. That sounds magic-y to me.
Practice.
What was that?
Practiced would be a good word
Okay.
for it.
Gotcha.
Naia's not taking an action.
Okay. It is then that the chant ends, and I think 4.
That guy still got a prize. Andy won the prize puzzle.
The 3 of you are eclipsed in a cloud
What?
of ash
Oh, okay.
that appears out of nowhere and surrounds you. I'm trying to make this the proper size. It's pretty darn big. Let's put that on the. There we go. Yeah, that'll work.
Someone should tell them that they don't have to wear the uniform.
You can't see. You are effectively blinded in this cloud of ash.
No, the military asked them to wear it, and they have suits and stuff like that. But
And now,
Taking
Nimbus, it's your turn.
over Badath, flying straight up and looking down, what do I see?
You see a very large sphere of black ash centered on the 3 of you, basically. Roughly the diameter of what is seen here.
Flying to about here, can I see anything past the edge?
I mean, if Badath is over it, then yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see the rest of the world out there.
No smoke methods that I can see on the horizon?
Not currently.
Probably switch. Well, I don't think I can switch back until Nimbus' turn again.
Mont'larin, would you like to do anything?
I would. I can't seem to click on my token though.
Yeah?
Oh,
Are you
wait,
in
I'm
pointer mode?
fucking ruler mode.
Oops.
why is she guessing these things? Why is she guessing these N, L, why?
And then I'm gonna pop Blade Ward.
Okay. Now is the time that Badath sees the mephits charge out from the tree line, and they just go straight for the ash cloud.
It's something celebration.
And dive right in. And then Badath was
Can we
inside of
see them coming at all, except for what Badath can see?
Not really. You guys are basically blind. Everything around you is heavily obscured. It's the status effect you're dealing with. So if you look up vision, the compendium, the environment, vision, and light. In a heavily obscured area, a creature effectively suffers from the blinded condition. Such as darkness, opaque fog, or dense foliage.
How long does that kind of thing last? Do we know?
You don't know how long this cloud of ash will last.
Okay.
But it is your turn.
I'm guessing that these mephits are not obscured, don't have the same fault in vision that we do at this point, right?
Well, Naia probably doesn't know that they've jumped into the fog just.
What? Hello? What?
Naia probably doesn't know that they've jumped into the cloud just yet.
I'm sorry. You guys are getting mostly cut off, so I'm having to try to fill in. Are the mephits also blinded?
No, they're not. They dove into the cloud,
So they can
but
see through their own cloud of ash?
Likely so, yeah.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know. Thank you. Naia is going to stay put.
Okay.
Because she's got a little bit of protection from that rock.
Got it. That's the last method turn. That goes in as well. Alright, Nimbus, you're up.
Alright. So, I'm going to... can you... Let's see. I can... delete that one. I'm going to use create or destroy water to create rain within this area to douse the ash and suppress it. Just get it out of the air.
Okay, I need to look up how rain and ash interact.
That's pretty clever. I didn't have that spell prepared, so good on you.
Normally you can use it to clear fog, but I would imagine, if you've got a bunch of ash and then you're just instantly dumping water on it, it's just going to fall out of solution, or fall out of the air rather, into a muddy solution.
Yeah.
No, you fool.
In fact, that's what they did in the Cowboy Bebop movie.
You wanted to say observation deck, but then she saw the
Alright, I'm reading actual science right now. Give me a second.
No offense, sir, but I like it when we make you work. Since you're trying to kill us off.
That's fine. I can't find anything about how this works.
That's odd. Maybe they're just getting through it.
I mean, I've always known, like, water plus smoke equals get smoke out of the air.
Right.
There's,
Like forest fires and stuff.
yeah, or
Right.
there was, I remember, a hypothetical that one of my science professors was talking about with sprinklers that spray water over smoke coming out of the smokestack and collecting the sulfur to get some sulfuric acid as a byproduct.
Right, as a capture mechanism.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Okay, seems valid. That section of space becomes lightly obscured instead of heavily obscured.
All right.
So what's that the consistency of? Light fog?
Yes. Same as
Okay.
dim light, basically. All that'll give you is disadvantage on perception in that area. But again, that's a pretty small square for the moment.
Yeah, it's something.
Yep. And Mont'larin's up.
Better than we had.
All right.
You can tell that rain just happened behind you.
Right. I mean, at a bare minimum, I would have heard it.
Yeah.
All right. So I think I'm going to back up. If I can click on my damn token. Come on now. There we go. Right about there. So at this point, I should be able to basically see Naia and Nimbus, right?
Yeah.
All right. Good. In that case, I will stop there and pop my blade.
Okay. And does Bedath do anything?
So remind me again with the most updated errata. They actually set that you could reserve your entire movement and action for a trigger, right?
Did they? I haven't read it.
I'll have to double check on that one, but basically the idea is
These two.
it would be when the smoke methods come within view of the area that's been kind of rained out, that Bedath would kind of dive down and back up just as a bit of a distraction, trying to draw them off.
Understood. Yeah. I think. I think that would be fine for now. Yeah, just look up that errata later. Send it to me if you can find it.
Sure. Yeah, it's the November 2018.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So Bedath will fly by on one of them when the opportunity presents itself. So that will happen around now when this one bursts into the lighter area and goes for Mont'larin. Now, would Bedath like to attack that one?
Yeah, it basically is going to be kind of like dive down, go past, and then kind of come up this way.
So we'll give him disadvantage on the claw attack.
Well, it's flyby, so it's not going to be an attack period.
Oh, I know. I mean to Mont'larin.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Gotcha.
That's the...
Nice.
Alright, so it comes hurtling out of the ash and just all claws at you, and you just kind of knock it out of the way with your shield. The other one. attacks Naia with claws.
By the way, if you go look up Ready in the compendium, it's already been updated to match the new aura.
Oh, good. Naia, I'm pretty sure 22 hits you.
Sorry, yeah, I was pushing the wrong button. 22 will hit, 6 did not.
Yeah, no, the 6 was to Mont'larin. So a 22 is 4 slashing damage coming your way from this method.
I already adjusted her HP.
Flying in, trying to tear you apart. But now it's your turn. What would you like to
Go
do?
for the one right next to me that was attacking me. Shit. Something's not right with my spell, but I think an 8 probably didn't hit.
No, you know what? Yeah, that's not adding your to hit modifier though. Can you delete that one from your character sheet and like drag and drop it from the compendium?
I did. That's how I put it in there. Yeah. Okay, just a second.
Yeah, just delete it and put it back in. Because yeah, that's completely wrong for some reason. And then just hit it again, and we'll see if it rolls anything properly.
Oh, it's not in the compendium. That's probably why.
What? Really?
Yep, not in there.
All
Oh,
right.
weird it is for me.
Wait, what?
I wonder if it's because I own the DMG.
How did you get that to interface with Roll20?
Oh,
Are you
I own it. I own it here, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
What
That's
does
probably
it say for the source?
If I search for Thorn Whip, there's no results found under compendium.
So it says
So
you
I must
create
have
a
grabbed it from the other one.
Right, just made a copy of it from the book or whatever.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Melee attack against the target. If the attack hits, the creature takes 1d6 piercing. It doesn't say anything about bonuses or anything like that.
Okay. Make sure you re-add it there, Naia. But you have a +5 attack modifier to your spells.
Well, I don't know. I'm kind of like, how do I re-add it?
Just click add in the cantrip section, and then you'll just have to fill out.
Yeah, I had to click done first, and now it'll let me.
So you have a +5, not just the +2 that gave. So unfortunately, that only puts you up to an 11, which does not hit this moment.
So it's either take an action or move up to your move distance.
Yeah, I read that in the ready.
Yeah.
blurb.
So that's basically what it'll be doing.
Okay.
Okay, so I must have gotten the description from somewhere else, because it doesn't have much in there now.
Yeah. Okay. Well, whenever you are able to pull that back in from the book, you can feel free to do that. Regardless, you miss. Would you like to do anything else with your turn? will assume that's a no.
Who did it swing
Second,
at, by the way?
Typing.
Swing at Naia.
Okay.
Then we will go to the other method, who will swing at Nimbus. That's a 9.
Yeah, it's not hitting anything.
Nope. Alright. Your turn.
Okay, so can I interrupt a second? So
Yes.
that 8 to hit was just an 8? I mean, and that doesn't...
that was a 6 plus 2 when it should have actually been plus 5.
When it should have been what?
Plus 5.
Oh.
That's your plus your wisdom that you get. And
Okay,
then,
well, I added it back just as I clicked it there, so that's what it looks like. I don't know how to fix it to make it do what it's supposed to do.
okay. We can go into your spells later and make sure they work.
Yeah, okay.
Thunderwave. How are you designing this Thunderwave?
The two closest to me to push them away, basically.
Okay. We'll do con saves for the top one and then the bottom one.
Okay.
Alright. So the top one takes 4 damage and is not pushed. Bottom one takes 8 damage and is then pushed.
Where's that rock at, by the way?
The rock is... well,
The method next to me. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And I'm going to move to here.
okay.
And that'll end my turn.
Mont'larin,
All right, I'm taking a swing at that method right next to me.
please do. Yeah, that's a hit. That is
Sweet.
7 slashing damage.
And I think that'll end my turn.
Now Badath gets...
I suppose moving into the smoke wasn't very effective. So now we can't see. So probably dive down to here to try to draw that one off and try to get it to chase back this way, but going high enough up that it's not going to be able to just reach it easily to be able to reach Badath.
Got it. Okay. Well, it's this one's turn now, so it will continue retaliating against Mont'larin. No, a 10 does not hit.
Nope.
Boy, alright. This one against Naia. I'll see if it does any better. Wow. Naia, please take
That's
4 slashing
twice.
damage. See, this one's good at its job. The other one's not. And now we're back around to your turn.
The last time I did a cone, I there was some confusion about the 15-foot cone and how that cone worked. Can I determine where the cone is?
Yeah, you can.
It always starts from you, though.
Yeah. Tell me about how you'd like to make this cone.
You could probably save it for when the other one approaches. Hit both as a reaction. If you
Yeah,
wanted.
it's not worth it. It's a 15-foot cone, so they're all too far away from each other.
Yeah,
I don't think it's
they're,
worth it
they're,
for
they're
one.
5 feet away, too far away for it to hit doubles or triples.
But
So once again, we're gonna try Thorn Whip on this guy right next to me.
all right.
Oh, looks like it rolled.
It should have hit, but I have no idea how much damage it did.
Go ahead and roll 1d6.
Roll what?
1d6.
That's still only added +2.
Yeah. Still hits, though. Okay, 5 damage. This one floats up a little bit. Floats up about 30 feet, actually, and tries to blast Badath with its Cinder Breath.
Let's see. Saving throw.
Is his only target Badath?
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Your owl dodges.
High dex creature does high dex thing. It's only decent dex, whatever.
Your turn.
Can I tell how beat up either of the closer ones are?
They've both taken about the same. Both of them 2 hits, roughly.
Hmm. Let's see. I think I'm going to hit the top one with frostbite.
Okay.
Damn it.
Alright, it makes the save. So, no effect.
No effect.
Mont'larin.
Alright, I think I'm gonna try to smack that one in front of me again.
Try
You smacked it.
More like a poke.
Yeah. Tap. 3 damage. Badath can do anything.
Alright. Badath is going to reserve a movement as an action. If the Smoke Mephit tries to go after Badath again, it's more of a retreat. Or if it tries to descend and go for the group, it's going to dive down to distract, is the strategy.
Understood. Okay, this one here is going to back up a step. And then it's going to attempt to blast Nimbus and Mont'larin with more Ash Breath. Please make a dex
Hold on.
save. Yes, sir.
Oh, that's a spell. I can't use protection for that, can I?
No, but it moved out of your range, so you could have hit it.
Oh yeah, can I take my reaction then?
You can if you want. Yeah, that's not an attack roll, so you won't be able to do disadvantage. Alright, you managed to get another poke. Work, etc.
Oh, it's better than nothing.
Another poke, but it is better than nothing.
Still gotta make that dex save, both of you.
Dope.
Nimbus, you're blind. Mont'larin, you're not. Nimbus, you're blind until the end of the method's next turn. Seeing this, the other method turns its attention away from Naia and gets up in there with advantage. No. Yeah,
I used my reaction, so I can't help you, man.
That's fine.
6 damage to Nimbus. And then Naia's turn again.
Okay, I'm gonna do that same guy that moved up to Nimbus. Shit. Again, I have no idea what the damage was.
Okay,
And that one's a
so
weird one. It's a 2-part spell.
For a ranged spell attack, you need to... Oh, hold up. That's a ranged attack, so you'll actually have disadvantage within 5 feet of that. You might want to use something else.
Say what?
Ranged attacks have disadvantage if there's an enemy within 5 feet of
Oh yeah, no, ice knife's an AoE.
Oh.
It's gonna hit us. Don't use that nearby.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that also did. Yeah, that doesn't discriminate. That'll hit every single one of you.
Oh, okay. Can I change my mind?
Yes, you can.
Was that a yes? Sorry, you're cutting
Yeah.
out.
You need me to change Discord servers again?
No, I don't know what the deal is. I have no idea.
Alright, that one is not going to hit even with the extra 3 that you're supposed to have on it.
Yep.
So this one, seeing Badath go so far out of its range, is just going to give up and get in on this Mont'larin business.
All right, as it moves, Badath is gonna kind of graze by its path and then kind of zip back upwards this way.
It kind of watches it and like ducks down as though it's expecting an attack, and when nothing happens, it just continues.
Okay.
Whoops, that had advantage. That should be a 13 plus 4, so 17.
That will not hit. That's going to cling against my shield, sir.
Cool. Okay. No damage from Mont'larin. Nimbus. You're still blind.
All right, that's fine. Gonna do that and pull out the daggers.
Okay. Mont'larin. You have a new friend.
Indeed. Yeah, I think this one directly to the west of me is going to get a faceful longsword.
Okay.
Or not.
No. He's not.
I got smoke in my eye for a second there.
Badass.
Think. Badath's gonna move basically above Naia.
Okay.
and be ready to kind of use the help action to assist Nimbus.
Got it. So this one, Nimbus, you hear it screech to the other two. This isn't working. We should go back.
They're gonna
And
retreat.
It begins to fly.
Damn, we should try to stop them if we can.
And the one of the other ones says, "Well, we're going with you," and it takes a step back and attempts to hit all three of you.
I'm going to take my reaction and try to poke it first.
Same.
Okay, both of you can do that. Well, that 8 doesn't hit, but the 18 does, so you get a pretty good stab on it. Unfortunately, it is still able to pull off that blast, so
Damn
dex
it.
saves from everyone, please. Nimbus is blind.
Say again, please.
Dex
Dex
save.
save, if you would.
Okay.
Alright, Nimbus is the only one who's blind. And then, regardless, that one has to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then Naia, now it's your turn again. You spotted these things, they seem to be retreating north.
Well, as I heard them, I said they're retreating.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nimbus, what's the range for Ice Knife?
60.
Okay, I wonder if it's the same for me.
Has the greater ash cloud dissipated much?
No.
So am I blind?
Not in this square, no. But outside of it, you're basically in a bubble.
Right, so we can't see the other two methods from here.
Oh, okay. In that case, I'll do the one. That's right. Damn it.
That 2 on the die will not hit. And
I had
this
pretty
last
bad
one
rolls tonight.
elects to disengage and also run away.
Jerk.
Nimbus.
I reach a hand out for Badath to grab a hold of and tell him to follow them as I make myself weightless so he can fly with me in tow with ease.
Okay.
Oh, balloon parade.
Yep.
So you can go up 20 feet. And then, yeah, I guess if you're latched onto the Badath, then Badath can go up and down as needed.
It's more about the being able to chase them instead of just going straight up and down.
Yeah. Okay. So that'll happen on his turn.
Right.
Mont'larin?
All right. If everybody looks all right, actually, what state is Nimbus in?
Fairly good. Just kind of little slashed.
All right. So you feel like you're good. How about you, Naia?
I'm okay. I've taken about 8 or 9 damage, but that's okay.
All right. In that case,
And
I'm
I
gonna...
still have spell slots, so I can heal us up.
Perfect. All right. In that case, I'm gonna dash.
And you're just gonna try to get straight out of there?
Yeah, I can't see that guy if I stop here, right?
You cannot.
Huh. So reasonably, I wouldn't know he was there.
It's not making much sound.
All right, I'll go the full 8 then.
Alright. You pop out the side of the fog. Badath is able to take Nimbus in whichever direction you want, I guess.
Okie dokie. So, got 1. Whoops. 1. It's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
I'm gonna say he has to go up about another 20 feet to get out of the radius of the thing, though.
40, 45, 50. He's got a range of 60.
Okay.
55, 60. And from here, basically be staying put for the moment, or rather, this is the extent of where they got to. I guess since that was just a normal action, that wasn't a dash, it would be Badath taking the what action?
I don't think he can do too much from there.
Yeah, I can't really do a dodge. Yeah, I guess that would basically be it. It probably, realistically would have been the full action's worth of movement just to, fly with something that big in tow. Mm-hmm. Even weightless. Just drag and everything.
Right.
Alright, this Mephit sees you guys come out of there, and it turns left. This one pops out and sees much of the same thing. You're up.
I'm gonna grab a drink. I'll be right back.
I guess I'm gonna dash too, because there's nothing I can do where she is. How many spots can I go when I dash? 10?
Double your movement.
Okay. I think that's 10.
Okay.
I can't see any lines.
You can go 12, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Because you normally go 6.
Okay.
People just generally being dicks. Like,
Now this one does have a turn, so it is going to take a swipe at Mont'larin on the way out.
Oh, fun.
Nope.
More like a rude gesture.
Yeah, basically.
Well, it also
That's it.
exposed itself to danger if it keeps going.
Yep, I get to poke it.
Yeah, it can't do that.
That's just it's a
Miss, you're up.
All right. Of the closer two, can I tell which one's more beat up?
Yeah, the northern one.
All right. That's the one that gets the frostbite.
Okay. Nice, good.
Yeah. Lucky bastards.
I guess I use levitation as needed to correct the height differential as I'm planning to chase them.
Okay. Paladin.
Are we out of the ash yet? Could you remove that circle?
Well, it's still there, right?
It'll be there for another few rounds at least. But you're outside of it now.
Okay, never
So
mind.
it's just a big cloud now.
All right, I'm gonna attack this guy, and if I hit, there's a thingy I'm gonna do.
Sure. 13 hits.
All right, then I want to do
Smitey strike.
Whoa. 17? He doesn't have 17 health. Okay.
Nice.
Splody.
It explodes into a cloud of more ash, which obscures that entire space.
worth it.
Now the death has a turn.
All right. So, can I move a bit and then reserve the rest of the movement as the action, as the reserved action?
I guess that works. Yeah, you could you could ready the remainder.
Okay, so then it'll be 1, 2, 3. Probably getting a little more height to get ready in case they're trying to clear the tree line here. And reserve the rest for continued chasing.
Okay. F at 20 goes deeper. F at 19 goes away. They now both have half cover. Naia.
That's disadvantage on ranged attacks.
Cover is...
So they now have half cover. Are we going to chase them into the trees, or are we going to go? What's the group consensus?
Cover's a +2 to AC.
Oh, that's not so bad. Okay.
Should chase until they're either dead or we can't chase them anymore.
All right.
Just so you guys know, these woods will count as difficult terrain for you,
Got it.
but not for ones with flight.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a hard time getting through those woods. I'm already very slow.
A little too astringent.
All right, I guess Naia will dash.
Yeah, one of us at least should be able to follow them back to Moria, which is really what we want.
But I'm hoping I can take them out before they get that far.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
I'm kind of looking at some
better.
kind of useful wild shape here. If she wild shapes into an elk or something, she's going to have decent speed.
Ah, good idea.
Yeah, that might mitigate the difficult terrain.
I don't remember seeing that, but yeah, might.
Well, it's just
Well,
that.
just that in this case, it's her preferred terrain if you were an elk. You know what I mean?
Right.
Serb would have to rule on that, though.
And then it took us another 15 years to realize that wasn't even good coffee.
She really doesn't have anything that would, be super effective against an elemental.
Do you have
But
anything that can fly, though? You could at least follow them.
No, I don't get flying for another couple levels.
Damn.
Yeah,
I
that's
know.
8.
But for speed, the elk has speed 50, so that's a plus, and good HP.
It's the problem with Yelp, right? Just because someone yelps a lot doesn't mean they fucking know anything.
Yeah, still probably worth it as far as the idea of giving chase goes.
Yeah, so I'm kind of reserving that in case we decide we're going to do that somehow.
Yeah, the way I see it, if they get away, we've basically got 2 scenarios on our hands. One, they'll run back to Morio, and Morio will send someone out to deal with us. Or 2, we can follow them back to Morio, and hopefully that's not, back at his mansion.
Yeah.
But if it is, we go back to lying and wait and see what happens, I guess. Because I'm not going up against the defenses of that house with just the 3 of us.
Bedeth would have moved it there with the remainder of the action after they moved.
Nimbus, you're up, actually.
Alright. I'm going to continue my barrage of, hopefully now, very successful frostbites. Ugh.
Find out.
The Family Guy had it.
No.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 like that time, like how...
And Mr. Paladin, you're up.
Alright, I suppose I will dash. To right about there. That's my turn.
Okay, Bedeth is up.
So there's not enough map left, but basically the idea is continuing to move.
Northway
Yeah,
interception.
1, 2,
basically.
3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, basically north by northwest to keep Nimbus ahead of them. So no matter how fast they move, I'm always ahead and just continuing to bombard them.
Got it. Well, they're gonna try to keep squeezing this way.
I mean, it would have been a further move than that. I would have used the full move.
Yeah.
There's just not enough map.
Yeah, we just have to roughly kind of...
I guess I probably would have been closer to about here.
Okay. Naia, you've got a turn that you can use.
You could potentially sacred flame.
I can
or something.
only see one of them now. Oh, never mind. Now I see 2. Boy, this is kind of rough. Can you even dash in difficult terrain?
Yeah, you can.
It's just half as much speed, right?
Yeah, it just halves your movement.
Okay. Okay, she moved.
Okay, and it's Nimbus's turn again.
One of these is gonna hit.
Sure, let's find out. It did. That was enough to delete that one.
Cool.
Nice.
I like that word, delete.
But then we have Mont'larin's turn, and this last one is continuing to fly away.
All right, I'm going to dash again. Which I think puts me right there.
What does this place do in terms of line of sight?
They
Half
have
cover?
half cover.
Yeah, they have +2 AC on any attack against them.
Okay.
We do too at this point, though, right?
I mean, if they were trying to make ranged attacks on you, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But mostly this last one is just trying to run away. It is
Right.
flitting through the trees, and I think at this point, for keeping up with it, Nimbus is really the only one who has a chance of keeping up with it due to flight. And
Yeah.
This thing is dashing away. So I'm going to have it make a stealth check versus your perception to see if you can keep up with it.
All right. Would it be both mine and Badath's because we're both tracking it?
I guess. And I am going to give this one advantage on it, though, thanks to the pre-cover. So you can make both rolls, and then the Mephit will make his roll with
Okay.
advantage.
Let's see. Where is perception for an owl?
Sir, what is standard speed?
For most races, it's 30.
Okay.
And so wisdom. I don't have a wisdom. Just be one of those.
All right. Unfortunately, this thing manages to go fast enough and blend in enough with the. It is starting to get darker in the evening, so it manages to blend in with the treetops and the darkened bark, and you lose sight of it after another several rounds chasing it through the trees. You're eventually forced to give up and return to your companions.
Oh, several rounds. I wouldn't have gotten shots in then.
No, that would be you tried to track it for that duration.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Well, if I saw it specifically go into an area, like at that moment, I probably would have blasted that entire area with shatter to destroy its cover.
Okay, I will allow you to do this. So you can go ahead and cast Shatter, and if you saw it go behind a tree, then that would probably land on the creature. That is not going to kill it either way, so let's see what kind of save it makes. Okay, that kills it. You spot the cover it went into. There's suddenly a cloud of ash that just expands and then drifts out. Right.
All right, then fly back and float back down.
Okay, and at this point, the cloud has dissipated naturally.
I have to say that levitating thing is pretty damn handy.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, it's hadn't really thought about it, but I suppose when I'm weightless, it's not that much effort to drag me around. Could be to our disadvantage sometime if something catches me with a heavy gust of wind when I'm trying to levitate, but I'm not too worried about that. However, using it now means there's a lower chance that we'll be able to use it advantageously should we encounter Morio and his pet.
Right, because that's a once per day, isn't it?
It's a once per long rest specifically,
Yep.
not even daily.
Right then. Well, you guys have managed to defeat all of the presumed scouts that we saw, so we're back to the world map.
Based on where they were trying to retreat to, they seem like they were trying to go more west than north, right?
It's kind of northwest.
That is roughly where we were headed, so we'll just pop that way. And then it will be the end of your 4th day of travel for this this shift.
Okay.
And at this point, I'm falling asleep, so how do you guys feel about a part 2 of this session?
Okay.
Same time.
Should I heal everybody up? Or are we gonna actually take a short rest, long rest, something or other rest?
You
Probably
will
a
get
short rest. I need to get some
Yeah, I was
spells
gonna
back.
say-
camping out.
Camp time anyway, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, all of you who would like to take a short rest, hit the short rest button, spend whatever hit dice you want. Feel free.
I'm actually okay.
Alright.
So I pressed short rest, but it didn't appear to do anything.
Yeah, you've got to just click the hit dice and spend them manually
okay.
if you want to do that. Clicking short rest will just refill any of your short rest abilities.
You hit the
There we go.
D6, I think.
Oh, that's
There we
most
go.
of it. And spend that.
Alright.
Get 2 of my level 1 spell slots back.
Nice.
Now, next time we will continue. Same time next week. I will update the calendar on time this time, so it's all good to go, and we'll do that. I'll make sure to.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
Right on.
Thank you guys for playing.
Yeah, thanks
Yeah,
for
thanks for
hosting.
running the game, man.
Yeah. Bye for now.
Yeah, for sure.
Rest
Get yourself
well.
some rest.
I will.
Cool. See you.
Yep. Good night, everybody.
Night, folks.
Night.
And stream.